I'm having the last sips from my beauty drink. I have honey with lemon and collagen peptides. Even though it's April, it's cold. At night it was 1 degree above zero, thank God. But yeah, it doesn't feel like spring at all. I have bought some beautiful spring dresses, and I thought that by this time I would already be like filming outfits and lookbooks, but the weather is still pretty cold, so I'm sitting in my pajama and going out soon, so I thought I would film a get ready with me and a little chit chat. But to set the mood right, since the weather is not bright at all, I will put on some fragrance. This is the L'Impératrice by Dolce & Gabbana. An affordable but a very yummy, delicious and sweet and fresh scent, very refreshing. I spray it on my hair because on the hair it lasts longer. If you have seen my previous video where I was showing my fragrances for spring, then you will recognize this bottle. Also on my Patreon and YouTube members club, I made a video with kissing sounds discussing my favorite kissing scenes in films. And the same day I also filmed some of my favorite things, and this was included, so this is definitely a favorite. I love it. So it's already almost 12. How do you love my iPhone case? Well, it's not an iPhone. I changed my iPhone to Samsung because I really missed Samsung, and I thought Apple was too expensive, and I really missed Samsung, so I bought a pink Samsung and this lovely case with yellow duckies. Also showed on my Patreon and YouTube club. Thank you everyone for supporting and joining me there. Alright, so let's begin getting ready for the gloomy day. But it is up to us to make the day not gloomy but fun. And I guess I will discuss some news with you. So the big first news is my mom. You know that she was hit by a car when she was walking our dog. Luckily, it was only a minor injury. She broke her knee and she's recovering. She can already walk. We did an MRI and or wait, no, not an MRI, it's a computer tomography, and the doctor said that it's doing very well, and even though the breakage hasn't healed completely, but she's recovering well and can walk already, so that's good. Thank you everybody for praying for her. She's such a good person, so I guess I will start getting ready and talking, or else I will be late. I have my large makeup bag here. I really love this one. If you want, sometime I will show you what I keep there. And I guess I'll just take the last sip from my beauty drink because I don't want any single ounce of collagen wasted. And we can continue. So my mom. As you know, I have a separate video sitting in the kitchen telling you about it. She was hit by a car on the zebra, and this concealer by Kiko is too dark for me, but we will blend it out, it will be okay. So she was hit and she fell, but she didn't feel immediately that her knee was broken. I didn't even know that there is such a thing as, a shock pain relief. So when you're a shock, you may not feel the pain so strongly. So that is exactly what happened with her. She didn't feel much pain and she was able to walk home and didn't call the police or anything. And then when she walked home, her knee got swollen, realized she couldn't walk, called the driver because the passerby had told him to give her his phone. He said it wasn't his fault, and so on and so forth, until the police confiscated his car, and then he was sorry. So my mom was advised not to do surgery by one of the doctors. We were pro-surgery, but this doctor said that he wouldn't do it because it would be trauma still. I don't know what is the right thing to do, whether we should have done the surgery or not. I hope that we made the right decision by listening to that doctor. So she couldn't walk for 2 months, and now she has finally started walking. We've already been to the police recently. The case is gonna go to court. We were seeing the inspector with the driver. My mom said that she felt sorry for the driver and she didn't have any complaints against him, even though he hit her when he shouldn't. She was on the zebra. It was green light for her, for the passerbys. And even though he at first said it wasn't his fault. But my mom is a very kind woman. In fact, because she thought that the driver was such a kind and noble man that he would want to help her, she decided that she's going, and she was so disappointed that it wasn't the case, that she decided to help someone else because she didn't receive the help that she needed. She decided that she's going to donate money to a family in need. Yeah, that is how my mom's brain works. I told her that it would be better to give that money to not a family in need, but to like a child who needs, whose parents are collecting money for treatment because they're sick children. And so now we are in the process of choosing a specific kid in different organizations, charity organizations. We're looking it up to send money. So yes, my mom is very kind. Her friends call her Mother Teresa. But yeah, that is the way that she is. I am not as kind as my mom, I think. So I'm using the Guerlain Meteorites to blend everything in, because the Kiko, it's an Italian brand, and their foundations are a bit too yellow and too dark for me. So I'm just tapping the Girl and Meteorites. I really like them. I think that the Meteorites powder really sets the makeup perfectly, and it's the most perfect way to set the makeup because it doesn't dry the skin too much. Just bringing it a little bit on my neck because I don't like putting foundation on my neck. So yeah. So yes, that is how my mom has decided to deal with the situation, and she also transferred money to some injured dog that needed operation, a serious one. So yeah, if there were more people like my mother in this world would be living in peace. Everyone would be happy. There wouldn't be at least any man-induced catastrophes. Okay, now I'm going to put on some blush, and I'm using this old blush by Lancome. It's my favorite blush. It's called Rose Sable. Yeah, 02 I think, yes. I want to use this up and finish it so I can maybe try something new. I have new blushes, but I'm not really using them. I like to tap 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 because every time I buy something new, they're just lying in my makeup bag, and I end up giving them away to a friend because I'm just not loving them. Recently my mom bought some Italian blush, really good, for her. So yeah. And if you overdo, don't worry, you can just go on top with your powder brush, especially on the edges, and it will look good again. Yeah. I want, some sun is coming up. I want to do some brownish eyes, nude brownish eyes, and let me see what I will use for it. Ooh, the weather is getting better. Some sun squeezes its rays out of the clouds. Let's hope it stays. Now I'm taking this a very interesting product by Shiseido. It is a white powder, which is really interesting because it's not just powder, it has an illuminating effect. It almost gives you a polished look. So I'm going to take this brush, which is flat and quite white, and I'm putting this on my eyelids because I want a very natural makeup look, very fresh. Even when I'm using darker colors, I like my makeup to look fresh. So yeah, the dog that needed the operation, the surgery, had for some reason his jaw injured, but now is doing well. It's a stray dog that lives nearby next to a bank. I'm also using this as a highlighter. Works really well. a little bit under the eyes. Like I said, it doesn't have any particles of sparkle, so it's okay. It doesn't have glitter. Now I'm going to take this small eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take an eyeshadow that I've owned for a really long time, but I really like it. It's by Clinique, and now it comes in a different packaging, but the formula is the same. It's called Strawberry, and I really love the brown shade in this. You can use any shimmery brown shade, but I also mix it up with the pink next to it. I'm going to just lightly, not so lightly, apply it. It blends really well, and I really like it for it. Can you see at all anything that I'm doing? Yeah, it blends very nicely, and I really appreciate it that I don't have to buy a large palette. I don't like buying large palettes because I don't use them. I never use all the colors. I end up using just 2 or 3, and it's just wasted money and product. I feel that they make the palettes in a way so that the palette goes with all skin tones, but I don't want a palette to go with all skin tones. I'm not a makeup artist. I want a palette specifically designed for my skin tone. For instance, if you are much darker, browner, then the copper shades really look good on you, but not on someone who is on the whiter side, corn like me. For instance, yeah, there even white skin has more yellowish undertones and pinker undertones, and different eyeshadow, not only colors but shades, look differently. And so I naturally want an eyeshadow that will complement me. I want all of the eyeshadows in the palette to complement me. So now I'm taking just the pink a little bit, and I'm just filling in slightly to make the whole look more blended where it needs more blending. Okay, now I'm going to take a black pencil because I want to draw a line at my lashes. So I have 3 black pencils, and I think I will go with the one that's by Joan Collins, the actress. Oh my god, how old is she? She's 90 something years old. She's so stylish, and I will just need to sharpen it a little bit. She's so stylish. When I look at her posts on Instagram, I'm thinking, God, sometimes I just want to throw on a hoodie and go, and she always looks so stylish. She looks so groomed. I like to feel groomed though. Sometimes what I do is, for my liner, I will use the same liner as for my eyebrows. That way it's not as harsh. The only truly long-lasting eyeliner that I've ever used was by MAC. That eyeliner did not need to be setted. Set. Did not need to be set. Or setted. Set is an irregular verb now. Oh. But the negative thing about that liner was that you have to use it up quickly or else it starts becoming very plasticky. And it doesn't apply well. You can't buy it and hope to use it for years. So this is what it looks like. I think I may need now I'm gonna go with, again, some dark eyeshadow. And apply close to the wings, because I don't want these wings to be too sharp. Yeah, just like that. And then I go with the pencil again. Just add a little bit. Now the lips. Today I want to do something to my lips that I started doing recently. So recently I started applying my eyebrow liner onto my lips. Yes, by the way, after my mom told the inspector that she didn't want any punishment for the driver finally called her and thanked her. But in Armenia it doesn't matter if you have any complaints or anything. Now it's going to court anyways. It's not for you to decide. Basically, they're going to send a letter to the hospital where my mom was treated, and ask them whether my mom's injuries are considered light, medium, or heavy. And if it is medium to heavy, then it's gonna go to court. And the judge is going to decide what to do. I just remembered that when I was little, my mom would do something like this. I know that it looks scary right now, but don't worry. You can correct it with any lip brush that you want. And now I'm going to apply this lipstick. This is a shade very similar to Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And when I apply it, you will see that the dark liner blends in really well. This is what it looks like. I don't know, when was this makeup popular? In the 80s, 90s? Early 2000s? I think not early 2000s. Now I'm going to apply my mascara, and let me find my mascara. I have several mascaras here. Now I'm going to apply my mascara. I have 3 right now. It's Chanel, a small sample by Chanel, Lancome, Benefit. Let me put on the Chanel one because it's small and I want to finish it. I find that you can find great mascaras at very cheap prices. The Chanel mascara is absolutely not worth the price tag. It's not bad, but it's not groundbreaking. So for the amount of money that they're asking, you only get a beautiful golden lid here. But Essence makes great mascaras. Evelyn makes great mascaras. L'Oreal makes amazing mascaras. Maybelline. So, even though I love Lancome mascaras, you know which Lancome mascara is my favorite? They have a white mascara as a base for your regular mascara. That is my favorite. Other eye. And so, by the way, can you, since I am liking this darker lip liner idea recently, look, would you be so kind to recommend me something that is similar color but slightly on the drier side? I don't like lip pencils that are too creamy because I like a very specific, very sharp lip line. I know it makes everyone look older, but I don't care. I like the look. Why is it that my left eyelashes always turn out to be more beautiful than my right eyelashes? Why? Why? They just they're naturally curly. I just have to brush through them. Whereas my right eyelashes, they're crazy. They're like mad. Okay, so this is the final look. I guess I will just add a little bit more, how do you say it? Powder. And the look will be finished. The thing is that I already did my eyebrows, sort of brushed them. Okay, so I think the makeup is mainly ready. I just need to brush my eyebrows again. I had brushed them before starting the video, but I think I will need to brush them again, and I will just add a little bit more powder and leave, because I think I'm already running late. So I don't like a very matte look. I guess to make my look really truly 90s, this needs to be all matte, but we're not living in the 90s. We're living in the modern era, so we don't need that look. So I guess this is it. This is my look for today. I will just apply a little bit more perfume, and I found this sample. This is by Clean, called Warm Cotton. Honestly, it smells great, but I don't want to mix it up with my fragrance. Where's it? Where's my fragrance? Where did I put it? Here it is. So I'll just apply a little bit more of L'Impératrice. You know, when you love a perfume, you stop smelling it after a while. And change my clothes and leave. And now I'm going to just brush my eyebrows again with a gel. I already had put this on before starting the video. It's by Benefit. I'll just reapply it. Great, I made a mess. It's not holding my eyebrows that well, I have to say. It's not as strong. It's more, I think, for people who have very thin eyebrows, very rare. Yeah, so this is the look. This is the final look. Now I will go and put on my outfit. We'll see what I wear and leave. Maybe I will show you my outfit, and I just want to wish you all keep safe. I want this beautiful spring to bring new beginnings and new inspiration into your lives, because even though the weather is gloomy, I can see the blooming trees all around me, and it always indicates as the start of a new year more than the new year itself. I think spring. And I had made a video on my Patreon and YouTube club. Spring is like coffee, because it really energizes you, really brightens you up, you know. So whatever you've been putting off that you really want to start, do learn, definitely it's the right time to finally start it. Don't postpone your life. Love you all. Bye.